Okay, we are back with another live performance from One OK Rock. This is for the song Smiling Down. This live performance is from the big tour they did in 2015, so about 9 years ago. This song was suggested by multiple people in the comments section, so shout out to these people. And one of those people mentioned that this song is about one of the lead singer's friends that passed away. So I'm assuming this is going to be more of an emotional song. Before we get started, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would be great. Also, I have a Patreon for all of my blocked and partially blocked reactions linked down below. Also, feel free to comment any bands, artists, or live performances that you'd like to see. And let's dive into it. Okay, I'm wondering if they put some documentary footage in with this, which is fine as long as they show some footage from the live performance, and I'm assuming all this audio is from the live performance. But this is another song that's in 3. The last song I listened to from them was also in 3.
You flew away before I could say, taken away before your time happened to
Oh, really nice bass line. Really nice harmonies. Oh man. Yeah, it seems like so far this song is a lot about the lyrics and then the melodies that the lyrics carry in this too. Because so far it's got a fairly basic structure of a rock song, but they each add all their individual elements in there. Like you had those snare rolls in the verse, really nice bass line comes in, very melodic lead with also just basic piano hits in the first verse, leading into a big chorus with a really nice melody with a really nice harmony layered in there. And then having it be in 3 also gives it a more unique pace as well. Some old footage. And the bass drum. Oh, it sounds like there's an acoustic guitar in this one.
How can I accept something I don't understand? Now you're gone, you left your song. Why can't I erase this pain? Don't know how Jesus I knew. I hope you're smiling down. Now you're gone, you really gone.
Nice. Okay, it looks like we're going to pick up here a little bit leading into the bridge. It's those little things that they do structurally that helps their songs stand out just that much more, or just adds the perfect amount of dynamic to certain sections. Like halfway through that chorus there, the drummer switched to more of an open time beat. That alone was a really nice transition to the second half of the chorus. Again, very subtle, but just enough to make it not too predictable. So we'll go through that chorus again one more time.
Now you're
Yeah, like listen to the snare timing in this first half. Really nice drum fill. And then the drum switch up here. Steady beat. Doesn't do the drum fill there. Nice. Oh, listen to that bass. Oh, yeah. Completely cuts down. Yeah, that was really nice. You can tell this is one of their older songs because it doesn't seem like they incorporate as many of those heavier elements in their newer songs. And I feel like that section was a perfect amount of building things up, getting a little bit heavier with the intensity, with what all of the instrumentations were doing. But along with that, his vocals with what he was singing picked up there for a moment before that instrumental section on the bridge started. And then you ended out with a fairly unique sounding guitar solo. And then it builds a little bit more at the end, and then cuts out entirely. Really nice dynamics there. Yeah, so he does that little lick on the guitar before going into the solo. All those little things wedged in there just pieced together perfectly. Oh, switched up the drums for this chorus. Wow. Yeah, listen to that. He's throwing in extra snare hits. He's throwing in extra drum fills. So the structure of this last chorus is the same, but he's upped it in intensity on the drums by just throwing a few extra hits in there, which you don't normally hear when a band repeats a chorus. Normally, they just keep the same structure. The chorus just repeats as is. And on a first listen, I'd have to go back and listen to the first chorus. But this last chorus, as opposed to the second chorus, he's just adding that much more in there on the drums, which I think is dope because most bands, if they have a chorus repeat like 3 times, if they do add a variation, it's just going to be a more abrupt variation on the very last chorus, just to end things out on a little bit of a different note. But if you don't play drums, you might not notice that right away. So I'm interested to see what he does on drums, at least for the second half of this last chorus as well. I'm assuming he's going to keep the intensity up. Yep, threw some extra drum fills in there. Wow. Yeah, that was sick. It felt like this one had a more rock ballad feel overall. Just because on top of the instrumentation being what it was, you also have a lot heavier lyrics in this song due to the context. And I definitely like the overall structure of this song. I didn't necessarily think the chorus was super catchy, but that's clearly not what they were going for with this song. This song was obviously prioritized around the lyrical meaning. And just with how those melodies were arranged, it definitely admitted a lot more emotion as well. So a song doesn't necessarily have to be catchy to admit more emotion. But I think the thing that stood out the most for me was what the bass player was playing in the verses. The bass player was playing a super nice lick in those verses, at least the second half of the verses, so that when he did come in, it filled the second half of those verses out the perfect amount. The guitars stayed clean and didn't play that much during the verses, so it was more reliant on the bass to carry the dynamics for those. And then when the chorus came in, that's when the heavier guitars came in to up the intensity a little bit, and then the bridge was more intense overall. And then always loved everything the drummer's doing. Like if they wrote this song this year or last year, I feel like what the drummer was doing definitely would have been dialed back to a degree. But I love that the drums fit the song really well, but weren't oversimplified. A lot of bands, when they write more kind of rock ballad songs, for some reason, some of them, there's a tendency to oversimplify the drums to emphasize more so the lyrical content or the vocals. I feel like the drummer really found his sweet spot for this one. Had really good energy, didn't hesitate to throw in a lot of drum fills, which sounded super clean. Did that thing where each time the chorus repeated, he would just add just a couple more drum hits, slightly more drum fills. Like he just upped the intensity in each chorus on the drums by like 5-10%. Which was the perfect amount to have it not be super noticeable, but have it still build throughout the entire song. Yeah, that was fantastic from a songwriting perspective. And with the video like this where the visuals cut up quite a bit, I'm assuming that's for copyright purposes. It's harder to gauge a little bit where the singer is at with his performance, but of course he sounded spot on through the entire thing. They all sounded fantastic. Props to them. Shout out One OK Rock for always delivering no matter what style of song that they're playing. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you could like and subscribe, also go check out some of the covers that I've done on my channel, and I will see you in the next one.